Partisan hacks and unpatriotic motherfuckers might get in the way of this one, but it looks like Biden's number's finally been called. This one, right, like I said, I just about lost it yesterday when we were talking about the kill list that is out there. It's in fact worse than that, so I'll reserve the right to just completely fucking spurg out on the next story. But as you can see here, Biden, U.S. may have shared a list of names with the Taliban. May have. It's actually a lot worse than that. Taliban kill squad hunting down Afghans using U.S. biometric data. They didn't just give them the names, they didn't just give them the address. They got retinal scans, they got fingerprints, they got DNA. They're hunting motherfuckers down, man. Impeach this motherfucker. Impeach him. Enough of this shit. We'll deal with the other corrupt motherfuckers as they come, but you can't stand for this one. You just can't fucking do it. The Taliban has mobilized a special unit called who gives a fuck? Al-Asha, Al-Bundy. To hunt down Afghans who helped U.S. and allied forces and are using the U.S. equipment and data to do it. Fuck, man. It's bad enough that they have like 28 fucking Black Hawk helicopters. It's bad enough they have like 700,000 fucking rifles. More vehicles than Ford pumps out in a month. No. They got all the data. They got all the information. Nawazuddin Haqqani. I think I just put a curse on somebody. I apologize. One of the brigadier commanders over the Al-Isha unit bragged in an interview with Zenger News that his unit is using U.S.-made handheld scanners to tap into the massive U.S.-built biometric database and positively identify anyone who helped the NATO allies or worked with Indian intelligence. Oh my fucking god. That's even worse. Afghans who try to deny or minimize their role will find themselves contradicted by the detailed computer records with the U.S. left behind in its frenzied withdrawal. Holy shit. The existence of the Al-Isha unit has not been previously confirmed by the Taliban. No, they're just out there, but as it's a different Taliban, you can definitely reason with these guys. They got death squads out there. They got a kill list in their hand, and they got the fucking biometric data in case anybody wants to try to hide. Fire and fucking fury to take these motherfuckers out. But there's nobody in the top places right now who are willing to fucking pull the trigger. They aren't willing to press the fucking button. Glass them. The existence of the unit has not been previously confirmed by the Taliban until now. The Haqqani network, a terror group aligned with the Taliban. Dude, if you run drugs, you hang out with drug dealers, how long does it take for you to be a fucking drug dealer? Like, honestly, one terror group knows another terror group. Oh, U.S. doesn't classify Taliban as a terror group. They said it's totally different at this point. Oh, but they're not admitting their role of targeting Afghans or using America's vast biometric database. I can't believe they have access to the biometric database. I cannot fucking believe this. The Haqqani network is the most lethal and sophisticated insurgent group targeting U.S., coalition, and Afghan forces, according to the U.S. National Counterterrorism Center. Oh, that's adorable. The U.S. separately has provided the Taliban with a list of Americans and Afghans it wants to evacuate from the country, a move one defense official told Politico was just putting all those Afghans on a kill list. Yep. But the power to reach U.S. biometric database is much larger and more comprehensive. Exactly. Virtually everyone who worked with the Afghan government or the U.S. military, including interpreters, drivers, nurses, secretaries, were fingerprinted and scanned with biometric database over the past 12 years. Strung up in the courtyard. I can't. This is frustration is one way to put it. U.S. officials have not confirmed how many of the 7,000 handhelds, bad enough to have one, but they got 7,000, were left behind or whether the biometric database can be remotely deleted. They're bragging about accessing it. Don't worry about it. U.S. State and Defense Departments acknowledged the receipt of questions from Zenger for the story on Tuesday. Pentagon spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Anton Selmaroth, it should read former, said he would forward them to the right folks but didn't provide answers by press time. Yeah, because they don't have any fucking answers. These evil motherfuckers, man. White House Deputy Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre did not respond to multiple requests for comment. Most open and transparent administration of all time, right? Yeah? I can't even get enthusiastic covering this shit. I can't even fucking work up the emotions to even fucking talk about this. This is the most evil fucking thing I've read about this entire situation so far. Because they knew. They knew that there were some fucking ticking vests out there in the crowd. It's gonna happen again. It's gonna continue happening again. Because fucking Taliban, they aren't taking the U.S. seriously. They aren't. Biden was warned another terror attack in Kabul is likely, according to Jen Psaki, before she ran out of the fucking press room. Literally, she gathered up her shit, did the little, oh my god, I'm so nervous fucking dip, and then just went fucking right out of the room. Despicable. This entire administration. Out. Replace them. I don't care. Just replace them. Bring in more incompetent fucking rubes, because they couldn't be doing any fucking worse than what Biden and his staff of idiots is fucking doing right now. 10 fucking Marines are dead because of it. 3 more other servicemen and women who might have been identified at this point, but 13 people. 13 U.S. military personnel were killed in that fucking suicide bomber attack yesterday. Biden can't answer more than one question at a fucking press conference. Jen Psaki can't follow up on fucking anything before she tucks tail and run. All the portraits of all of these fucking treasonous cocksuckers that are up there in elected office right now, all of them that have been appointed, I just want their fucking portraits immortalized in all these places, and it should just be looking like this. Because that's all you ever get. That's all you're ever going to get from them, okay? They aren't going to answer any of your fucking questions. All you're going to get is the back of their head, which is kind of how they probably got the job to begin with. White House officials on Friday warned another terrorist attack on Kabul airport is likely because U.S. military leaves and the evacuation is complete. Just get the Americans out of there, okay? Just get the people who are at risk, who helped you out over the past 20 years. Get them, round them up, get them the fuck out. You face any sort of opposition from the Taliban, it's a fucking wrap. You have the drones, you have the fucking remote controls, you can make everything into glass if you wanted to. If you don't even know how to work at Biden, just go ahead and call up Barry. He was really expert at fucking using those drones. Enough's enough. You can't reason with these motherfuckers. There was no negotiating with terrorists. I thought that was the entire plan. I thought that was the entire auspices behind going in and fucking dealing with this shit. Or was it to just, you know, stoke the military-industrial complex? Is that what we're doing here? Why don't you just come out and say it at this point? You could literally say it and nobody in the press is actually going to hold you accountable for it. You motherfuckers, man. He advised the president and vice president that another terror attack in Kabul is likely. Why are you letting this happen? You're just going to let it happen. Just so you can fucking hug your trapper keeper while you're trying to lean over the desk because you can't fucking form a coherent sentence. Like I said, man, I don't think he skates on this one. He just can't. Can't be allowed to happen. And the next few days of the mission will be the most dangerous period to date. Sure it will be. Is that a promise? National Security Advisor Psaki reported that our courageous servicemen, or servicewomen, oh, you cunt. Fucking worthless cunt. Make sure you get your fucking women out first there. Service women and men are continuing to operate a historic evacuation operation. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Glass, you fucking Soviet hat heaven, Grinch looking bitch. Don't worry, it gets worse from there. Why do you think that they know that another terrorist attack is coming? The U.S. just let out pretty much everyone who is affiliated with the Islamic State. Pentagon confirms thousands of Islamic State prisoners released by the Taliban. Yeah, don't have controls of the prisons anymore. Thousands of terrorists are out, and they're on the ground, and they're mad. They've been thinking about this shit for however long they've been locked up. Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby confirmed Friday that thousands of Islamic State prisoners were freed after the United States handed over bases to the Afghan government. Congratulations. Why are you doing that now? Oh, don't worry. We're going to strike back against ISIS for the suicide bomb attack. I've asked for plans. Don't ask me any further. The freeing of thousands of Islamic State prisoners is under scrutiny after an Islamic State suicide attacker killed 13 American service members and a number of Afghans and other nations' civilians at a gate at Hamid Karzai International Airport on Thursday. I just changed it to the Taliban's airport. It's theirs now. I don't know the exact number. Clearly, it's in the thousands when you consider both prisons. But both of them were taken over by the Taliban and emptied. Cool. Kirby said, speaking of prisons on Bagram Air Base and Kandahar Airfield that held ISIS prisoners. Yep, they're right there. Think those planes are going to be going off unscathed. Yep. He said the U.S. did not transfer the prisoners over to Guantanamo Base. Oh, don't worry. A couple of the people that were caught in some of those photos that were from the president's palace over there in Kabul, yeah, they were held in Guantanamo Bay. One of those guys was there for 8 years. Really did fucking serve him correctly. Because the plan was to turn the prisoners over to the Afghan National Security Forces, who tucked tail and ran along with fucking Gabani or whatever his $169 million sellout ass skipped town over.
That was part of the retrograde process, was to turn over these responsibilities. They did have responsibility for those prisoners at the bases, which these prisons located the Taliban advanced. We did see the level of resistance by the Afghans that hold some territory or some bases, and unfortunately those were the bases the Afghans didn't hold.
More weasel words. That's all this fucking administration is about. Oh, the buck stops here with me, man. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You just keep blaming everybody else. You know what you do with this situation? We underestimated the efficiency of the Afghan National Security Force. We overestimated their capabilities. We underestimated the numbers and the ferocity that the Taliban would come in and take the rest of the country with. This is collectively, this is what the president, this is what all the people in charge of this entire fuck up of the situation, this is what they should be saying. It is their collective responsibility. And what are you going to do to fix it? Have a fucking plan. Go in there. Show them. All you're going to do to convince them that they're not going to be taking this over without a fight, you go in with fire and fucking fury. You're the United States military, the largest military in the fucking world. Flex those muscles. They're only going to respect force if you show them force. Not this easy talk. They don't give a fuck about gender equality. They don't give a fuck how many women sit on the council. Because for them, they don't consider women real people. They don't consider them a contributing member of society. That's why they're telling them all to fucking stay at home until they figure out what to do with them. Their words. I mean, nobody's taking responsibility. It's all, oh, there might be another attack and it's going to be important for us to get out. Get out in front of it. But you're not. You're not going to. Finally, House Republicans file articles of impeachment for Secretary Antony Blinken. It's a start. It's a start. House Republicans have filed articles of impeachment for State Department Secretary Antony Blinken Friday in the aftermath of 13 service members' death in Kabul, Afghanistan. Representative Ralph Norman and Representative Andy Harris introduced the articles in which they cited Blinken's failure in leadership over the Afghan situation. Should have had a plan, man. Will it go anywhere? No, this will all go along party lines. You know why? Because there's enough fucking rhinos in the House that won't let this pass either. Kissinger, I'm not calling for Biden resignation, impeachment, for bad decision. Bad decision. 13 people are dead. 13 more people are dead. Over the entire course of the operation, 3,500 people are fucking dead. Who knows how many other affiliated people out there lost their lives as well, who have been horrifically maimed, who have had their lives ruined in service of a never-ending fucking war with no clear exit strategy imposed by Biden. Came in, fucking ripped up the plan that Mike Pompeo and Donald Trump had all laid out there. Why? Because Orange Man bad, of course, yep. And then what were they going to do? They did everything wrong. Everything fucking wrong, but no, it's just a bad decision. It was a bad decision for your mom not to swallow, Adam. Friday on CNN's newsroom, Representative Adam Kissinger, instead of doing something productive, he went on Jim Sciutto's show. He looks like what would happen if you pumped Jake Tapper full of D-ball. Pushed back against claims for his colleagues for President Joe Biden to resign over his mishandling of the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan, despite the mismanagement by Biden, leading to 13 U.S. service members being killed and multiple others being injured in a terror attack in Kabul. Kissinger was lapping up Biden's saggy old bag, who voted to impeach President Donald Trump over the January 6th Capitol riot. No, it's an insurrection. We're all thankful for everybody who was there. Fuck off. Said he doesn't think it's time to call for Biden's resignation. If not now, when? If not now, when? How much more of a fuck up does he need to be? You sycophantic cocksucker. Just hope that you can get a fucking spot. You're from Illinois. You're just hoping you can fucking flip parties. Sack of shit. I do believe some people on Biden's national security should resign, but not him though. He's the one who's ultimately in fucking charge of this, but not him though. Some other people need to take the fall for him. That's up to them. Is up to him. But no, I mean, look, we impeach presidents for high crimes and misdemeanors. Treason, bribery, high crimes, and misdemeanors. I'm a fucking Canadian, and I know the clause fucking dolt. High crimes and misdemeanors. What does that mean exactly, Adam? No, you haven't thought that fucking far ahead. This was a very bad decision. Like I said, man, you should just be a fucking stain on a mattress. What a sack of shit you are, too. Fuck all these people. There's not enough staircases, not enough nice federal fucking buildings that I hope all these cocksuckers don't take a fucking tumble down over the weekend. Hopefully we don't have to talk about this tomorrow. Hopefully everything is fine and the evacuation goes off great and we can deal with this in the aftermath, but I highly fucking doubt that. If you listen hard enough, you can probably hear an explosion off in the fucking distance. With that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.